Shalom, shalom, shalom. Israel, brother Amos with the Watchman for Israel. First and foremost, as we always do, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, to the brothers pushing this truth in strong sincerity, laboring on the highways and byways, making our body a living sacrifice, doing all they can for the hopeful elect and for the nation of Israel. I want to give y'all a strong shalom, compel y'all to continue in the faith, continue in all things to magnify the name of our God, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and that your works are not taken for granted in these last days, right? The nation of Israel, we thank the Most High for such men who go out and lay their life on the line for the edification of the body, for the perfecting of the saints. That's a heavy work, and, I want to say I sincerely give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai for such men who do such things. I want to give a strong shalom to the sisters holding it down in the households, reverencing the husbands, being a teacher of good things to the younger women and the children, right? Setting forth an example unto the women coming out of the world to the man or woman they ought to be in this truth, right? A lot of young women have awful role models to look up to, whether it be their mother, their grandmothers, their aunts, these celebrities, and they turn towards you sisters to be an example. So, all praise to the Most High for righteous examples for sisters as well. I want to compel y'all to continue in those works. And to the men and women forsaking this world and coming back to serving our God, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I want to compel y'all to be as a church of Berea, to search the scriptures daily and diligently to see if the words that be spoken to you are true or not, right? It's a lot of false prophets, a lot of false pastors, a lot of lying and deceitful workers. So that makes our job coming into this truth and examining everything we've been told 10 times more important, right? 10 times more important. At least we be beguiled by something that's not in the scriptures, right? And at the end of the day, the deceived and the deceiver are his. So the Lord set up stumbling blocks for those who are not sincere, for those who aren't setting forth their whole heart to serve him, right? For those who are coming in to make a name for themselves instead of to magnify the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're going to fall into a snare. But those who are sincere are going to continue in studying, continue in searching in the history, in the precepts, and all things to get a proper understanding through the Spirit, which is a segue into this video right here, right? So this is Luke chapter 18 and verse number 1. And it reads, "And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint." So this video is going into prayer, right? Prayer is the Israelite man, woman, and child superpower, right? How Superman has, the X-ray vision, super strength, super speed. Well, Flash is super speed. Batman got his utility belt. The Israelite man, woman, and child, our superpower is prayer, right? We ought to always pray, right? What does that mean? You ought to always pray. When you wake up in the morning, before you leave to go to work or to school, right? When you're sitting alone, when an evil thought comes upon your mind, when you just want to give thanks, you ought always pray and faint not. Never get too tired. Never get too tired in the spirit, because that's when your superpower comes in. That's when you pray unto the Most High to restore your spirit. You pray to the Most High to put that zeal back on you, that fire back on you, that you can serve him wholeheartedly. Right? These are the words of the Lord, telling you that you should always pray. And Yahushua is a great example of always praying. You read the Gospels, it always says that he went to pray as he prayed. So you have to pray earnestly. Give forth all your strength to prayer. Because we can't do anything. We have to cast our burdens upon the Lord. So that's where the power of prayer comes in. When things get too heavy, when you're not able to bear that burden, you're not able to hold fast those things that, you know, seem too heavy. Those things that seem too unbearable. They got you shaking. Your superpower is right there with you. That power to get past whatever situation you're going through is right there. Right, let's go to Ephesians chapter 6. So like it. Ephesians chapter 6, and I'm going to start at 17. Right, Ephesians chapter 6, 17. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. And for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel. So our prayer should always be making perseverance and supplication for all saints, for all Israel. Right? It's so selfish just to pray for yourself, right? So we're using superheroes as an example. Superman doesn't just have that power. He's selfish with it. He doesn't go and save people who are in need of saving. Or Batman doesn't go in the night as a dark crusader and save people. He just holds on to that utility belt when he needs it. When damn Scarecrow comes up on him. Oh, yep, I'm glad I got this utility belt for myself. No, we use the superpower for the magnifying and for the supplication of all saints, for the perseverance. You know, the fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. So like, I got the sickness, but the fervent prayer is extremely important because you never know what somebody's going through. Every man and woman aren't going to confess their whole heart that they're dealing with this, dealing with that. They can't overcome this. This has got them in a chokehold. They're falling little by little. But that one prayer that you made for that person gave them that spirit. Most High received that prayer in the third heaven, sent forth a righteous angel, and strengthened that brother, that sister, and they continued in this faith. Right? And also, for me, and this is Paul, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel. So, on another note, we got to pray for our prophets, right? We got to pray for our brothers who go out and put their life on the line to make known the mystery of the gospel, to make known the mystery of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That the Lord continues to give them that strength and that spirit to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep fighting. To keep doing all things to make sure that the words are going forth. To do all things that we should always be able to understand, right? To make prayer that the Lord doesn't take his understanding from the men of the Lord. Right? To make prayer that the Lord keeps the men of the Lord their hands clean. So we should be praying for each other, one for another, even if you don't like that brother. Even if you can't stand that sister, you should be praying for them. You should always be praying for your enemy, praying for your brother, praying for everybody in Israel who are the elect, who are the hopeful elect. Because if you're in this truth, you're part of the hopeful elect. You're trying to be part of the elect that's saved. Nobody comes into this truth to not be saved. So we should be praying for those who are sincere. Praying that the work doesn't cease. Praying that there's no rest in Babylon until Israel is made. So like until Israel is made a chief mountain in the nations. Right? Let's go to 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Everybody knows this. Verse number 17. What does it say? Pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. What does that mean? Prayer without stopping. So the importance of praying without stopping goes a long way. Again, this is the Israelite man, woman, and child superpower. This is what keeps us in this faith. This is what keeps us motivated to keep pushing towards the mark. This is what keeps us going forth and not putting our head down and giving up and going back in the darkness. This is what's doing it. It's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua who's listening to our prayers, who's listening to our cries, who's listening to our groaning and moaning, who's listening to our cry for help. So the importance of prayer is not a light thing. Right? You should be praying with your family. You should be praying for your family. Pray for your wife, that the Most High directs her steps to listen to you as a man. She can be a great mother. Pray for your husband, that the Most High directs for these are for women, that the Most High directs your steps, your husband's steps, so he can lead the household right. He can be an example in Israel. His mind isn't given over into idleness or things not convenient. Right? So people don't understand the purpose and power of prayer. The purpose and power of prayer is for the perfecting of the saints. Purpose and power of prayer is for the perfecting of the whole nation of Israel. So if anybody has any prayers that they want said or needed, put it in this video. Put it in the comment section. Do it so that Israel can pray on one accord, that the Most High can receive our prayer. We can get out of here soon, Lord willing. With that, I say shalom.